Hello, and welcome to the Inventors Arena. I'm Ed, and this is Scott. Today we're going to be discussing what makes inventing worth it. Scott, take it away.
Inventing is fun, isn't it? It's
Can
a fun
be.
journey. It can be, we can have some rough days where it's frustrating too, but most people who are an inventor really enjoy what they're doing. It becomes almost like a lifestyle to them. It's kind of fun along the way, but everybody defines fun and fulfilling and success differently.
Very true.
And a lot of people, at least in the business world where I work, identify money, revenue generation, profit margin as success. But what we have found in the inventors world is a lot of times it's just the fulfillment of doing something. It's solving a problem. It's bringing a product or a solution to the marketplace. So we have found that over time, inventing can be a fulfilling journey, sometimes a disappointing journey. But for the most part, if you put in a lot of hard work, it can be a lot of fun, and people actually choose it as a lifestyle moving forward.
Yes, I would say so, especially the serial inventors, right?
Yeah.
And like you say, there's different versions of what you deem as success, right? So, like you say, some inventors are highly driven by monetary gain. Well, people in general, people in business. Generally, you're in business to make money unless you're a nonprofit or whatever.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's honestly what we talk a lot about, is because that is at least some measure of success is if it gets out there and makes some money in the market. And like you also mentioned, others are fulfilled by creating solutions that work well for themselves. They find a problem and they create a solution. And oftentimes it helps society, which they can feel great about, right? And others like the challenge of doing cutting edge stuff and exploring new technology. So there's all kinds of fun stuff potentially, and sometimes frustration too that goes into it.
It is, but like you said, oftentimes I've identified a problem and I'm looking for a solution, and it's not just my problem, it's a problem that society has or an industry has. And if I can create a solution, I can be an inventor and maybe I can make some money along the way. And that's great. That's good. Along with that, there is some kind of business side of being an inventor that a lot of inventors don't think about. And whether you think about it of entrepreneurship or just the interworkings of doing business from coming from an idea to market, it can be challenging for some of the inventors that we've worked with. But we say it's not frustrating. It's just something to think about, and it's a little obstacle in the road along the journey, and we like everybody to look at it like that because there is a business side of it.
Right.
And if you want to monetize it and actually bring your product to market so other people are using it, you have to use some business modeling and some techniques and methodologies, and oftentimes going out to investors and writing a business plan and a whole bunch of stuff that most inventors, that can be a challenge too, that most inventors struggle with.
Yes.
And but they shouldn't. And of course we help them along the way, and there are others, mentors that we talk about. But I think the key is it's worth it in the long run. You'll have a difficult day from time to time, but we're very big on momentum and moving forward. So you just keep moving forward. If you're solving a problem with your invention, you solve your own problem day to day. It's kind of natural. It's part of the process.
Yeah, and I would say, speaking of that, we talked different times about lessons learned, and I think those are great nuggets. They develop character in you. They develop character in your product. And ultimately, it forces the product to be better, and it forces you to be better, to know more and say, oh, I've learned that lesson, and hopefully share it with somebody else. We see that at the different inventors groups, like, oh, yeah, I realized that was frustrating for me too.
We have good lessons learned and we have bad lessons learned, right? Just like, let's do this the next time and let's not do that the next time.
That's right. And I think it's just a journey, and it's just to be accepted that it's not every day is going to be a super fun, easygoing, money-making day. And you learn from those that are, and you learn from those that aren't. So I think that's good. And so if you're an inventor and if solving problems is important, some of the greatest inventions have been, for example, in the medical field, right? Like when they discover a penicillin and different. And look at how society was helped by that, right? And
We're all living longer. Right?
yeah, and that's so exciting, to have that happening. And I would say others, such as the phone and maybe the dishwasher, one of my examples I like, they make life easier for everyone. And it's just really cool to say, yeah, everybody was at the point that, they were washing their dishes and they were sick and tired of it. And different people had different ideas. And it was my uncle or something that came up with the dishwasher and he made money at it. And everybody's happy for it ever since. So
thank you to whoever's uncle that was. Yeah, that's very true. Some people along the way are challenged in trying to think about their invention, and they have an idea, but they've never really brought it to market. So they're challenged in, I don't have the capacity to do this, and I really don't know even what I don't know to do it. And we see that a lot, and that's okay. And there are a lot of inventors that we find that have an idea. They maybe have a one-page concept document, and they come to us and say, what do I do? Here's what I have in mind. I don't know what to do with it. Is this even a viable idea or not? Because they don't know. They've never done it before oftentimes. And even if you're a serial inventor and you've been in one space and you move to another space, you really don't know if it will be successful or not.
And that's part of the journey. If you're choosing to be on, say, the cutting edge of stuff, it's going to be challenging every day, probably, right?
Yes.
But it's that fast momentum, fast moving, exhilarating thing. And you're going to places that, the speed of light, that people have been at the speed of sound before, who knows, right? But I think it's very challenging, and some people really love that, and I know I love that in my life too.
That they do. I think the key is, you are we do it as a journey. You are traveling along that journey, and everybody will be at a different speed, and you'll have days when there's a stoplight along your journey, and you'll think, oh, geez, I need investment money. How do I do that? Or
the technology is not ready for this yet.
Yeah.
All kinds of different things can come up, and they can be like severe obstacles. But generally, it's if you keep pushing and you have that mindset, I guess, that's prepared for that, you can usually get through it, right? And often it's so important to be able to reach out to resources and team members that say, man, I'm really having troubles with this. Like, I just don't know what to do. I've struggled with this for a week now. And talk it over, and who knows, problem could be solved, right?
And I would say be positive.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think if you're positive, even when you hit those obstacles, as long as you have a positive mindset, you'll find a solution and you'll keep moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people talk about inventing being fun. I know that we still always like to be reality here because, not all days are fun, no matter what you're doing. But inventing can certainly be fun if you're making new discoveries. But like I say, the reality is that you're doing a job with flexibility. And so you still should have a plan that you follow. And it's very important to enjoy life as it goes, right? And to take pride in what you're doing. So those are the things that I would say to that.
Yeah, and if you go along your journey and you progress, and maybe it's not a medical device, maybe you're the person that makes Silly Putty or the Slinky or some really fun thing that everybody likes, and that's good. And at some point in time, it's on a store shelf or it's an e-commerce item, and you can log on and see. And what a great feeling that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
When something that you sat around your dining room table and thought about, and now all of a sudden there's a check coming in for it, and you're making money. And then you can put inventor on your business card for sure, and it's a legitimate title at that time. And hopefully it will also be something that benefits society.
Yes.
It doesn't always have to. Benefit is kind of in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
I liked the Slinky when I was little, and that benefited me, but most people would say it's a kid's toy, but that benefited society, right?
Yes, it does.
And you made money along the way. And I think hopefully you can have some fun, even if you're creating a medical device and you're going through the studies to get the FDA approval, and you're meeting all kinds of neat and interesting people along the journey. I think it's if you're an inventor and you don't have a mindset of this is fun along the journey, it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, you want it to be a nice lifestyle and to be really engaged in what you're doing. I think the pride that comes with that is really good. And also, you are more than most people in life able to direct your own path. Like you can say, well, I really loved this toy when I was a kid. It's my goal. I want to create toys for kids or whatever. Or you can say, well, I really know most about medical devices. Well, that's probably an area I should be in, and look at all the help that's benefited society over all the years. So I just think it's really good to, I guess, carve your own path and to have a team that supports that. And of course, we're here to help support that too. But I think it's a really good idea to assess what your goals are and how you're going to get there to achieve success on your terms. And of course, for the benefit of everyone else too, as much as possible. I would suggest don't be overly self-serving. Like if you're just in it for the money, that's probably not going to suffice for the whole journey, right?
Yeah.
And I would say have fun and just do your best. You got to enjoy life as it goes.
Yeah, I think after we're done here with this show, I'm going to go out and buy a Slinky because I haven't had one in 50 years. And it seems like it might be a fun way to spend the afternoon.
Yeah.
To do there. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed our discussion today, hopefully you can like and subscribe to our content. If you have ideas that you would like to share with us for us to do future shows, pass those along. We would be glad to do that.
Absolutely.
If you're looking for some additional resources, you're welcome to go to the inventorsarena.com. And we have some programs there you might be interested in. And at the bottom of the page, if you're looking for some local help, maybe a mentor or some group that can help you, we have all the inventor groups across the United States who have signed up there on a map that can help you along your journey.
Excellent. Go be your best inventor, your best you.
And have fun.
Have fun.
The inventors are